Hey, Newerth. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Not Breaky CPK here. It's Yaksa. I'm joining Finn after his single and difficult solo cast to help out. We are ready, starting with bans. Super quick. Already getting rid of Pearl. Sapphire, I'm sure, is for N tiers because it's his biggest comfort pick.
Yep.
Chip is always strong, and Bushwhack's also made a solid comeback.
It's surprising how quick they are to ban compared to the first two games. They took their time banning.
I actually just missed the beginning of both of those games. So they took their time banning and then
Yeah, so their last pick,
later.
they had like 3 seconds left to pick their last pick because they wasted all their time in the banning phase.
Yeah, and I mean when you're against players that you know who you're against, then at least you sort of know the comfort bands and the painful bands that you want to get out of the way. Oh, by the way, it's the final match between anti-agents and the Piston Monkeys. Fucking hilarious what these guys are doing with their team names nowadays. I mean, actually, it's always been the case.
So, I like that they banned Flux because they didn't want to play against it, but then they left Drunken on the board.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, Drunken is one of those like weird placement heroes where he sort of either does well and he's a huge pain, or really he's just underwhelming and doesn't provide a lot. And the difference between him and Flux is like Flux has a momentum shift potential. Like he can always still get a bit of farm, and then he can always transfer into the utility version of Flux that gets huge ultis off and is seriously painful in causing disruption and displacement in fights. Drunken just does not have that presence, but he's cancer.
He's still good hero.
I mean, good, very strong, definitely.
Strong.
They left Puppet and Prisoner open. They won that game, correct? The one with Puppet Prisoner mid?
Yeah, they ran
Yeah. Oh, yes, and it was against the Draconis who just really, really suffered. Yeah, I mean, that was almost kind of predictable. That was very greedy. And also against that combo.
And they did the same thing. They first picked both heroes as well. So
the Puppet Prisoner?
Puppet Prisoner, yeah.
Well, hopefully, the Piston Monkeys, the Primate Gang, have a good response to that. Magmus instant ban Kinesis.
Yeah.
What? Why would
Maybe
they
didn't
do
want
that?
them to get the Prisoner.
Yeah, but surely they want the Kinesis after the Magmus pick. Anyway, that's interesting.
No, I mean they didn't. They already picked their POS 4 hero, but maybe they were planning on getting rid of Kinesis,
oh yes,
so
of
they
course,
wouldn't have
of
a Prisoner.
course. Sorry, I was sort of looking at it backwards.
Yeah.
Banning Jera, that I can agree with as well. Did they ban a curse? No.
They did ban the Mora though. The Mora pulled off some really big ultis in the first
Mora
game.
and the Pearl. Pearl, I assume, was banned too in those other games. Or not?
Who banned the Pearl? No.
Really? Interesting. I mean, like, Moira is, in my opinion, a broken hero. I used to abuse it quite a lot. If you have any decent coordination, the hero is insanely strong.
It's so much catch potential.
Yeah, and just, I mean, utility too. You can get 4 stuns. It's effectively, it's not even an AoE like skill shot. You know, they just need to be in range. And with different heroes, like a Drunken that jumps in, or a Madman, or a Scout. I mean, we don't see Scouts in this in competitive, but someone with a PK, and Mora with his own PK. After they did that to Mora, the PK cooldown after you cast your E, it was a noticeable nerf.
And it was much needed.
Yeah, definitely. I also, even though I played it, I knew that. banning Pharaoh and Armadon. The Corrupted's an interesting ban. Wonder why. Why does Corrupted synergize well with those heroes? I don't know. Good.
Maybe they didn't want to play against the Corrupted. Maybe they were planning on picking up the Armadon.
Yeah.
It got banned as well.
I love the Aluna pick. Offensive supports are much more entertaining than defensive supports, but the current meta really favors counter initiation like heavily, because the windows in which the decisive action happens have gotten a lot smaller, I feel.
I agree. Yeah, that's defensive.
And because we run solo dual cores, often it's like, well, after your first core is taken out, it's almost difficult to engage unless you've got very favorable positioning, or the enemy's got very unfavorable positioning. So I mean, Monarch, my heroes like Monarch, Pearl, Vindy too. It's weird that we see very little Vindicators, in my opinion. Like the E is, after the rework, is very strong, and his ulti.
I find it's hard to get him out of the laning phase, but I agree it's a broken hero. The laning phase is not as strong as.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe tri-lane, but it's still very hard to lane.
They gave his E so much slower. Yeah, in a tri-lane, true. And I mean, the disarm, look, you can't sleep on it. It's like 2.5 seconds. It's 1.6. That's not a lot. And that's only at level 4.
It's still decent.
A scrap again, and I mean the lodestone. I'm liking Legion's draft more so far, gotta admit. And the Madman comes out.
Yeah, another Madman pickup.
Yeah, I mean Mate really he opened all of his chakra gates and just
that was a good Madman game last game.
Dropped chakra all over the battlefield last game. I mean he had like 850 GP and they were on the back foot too. He did really well.
Another Zephyr pick. That was pretty much almost the same team as the first game.
Oh yes, on Janko, and he just really destroyed and steamrolled.
He took care of that Pharaoh. It's very hard for Pharaoh to lane against the.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, especially if you don't itemize, right? I didn't notice the items. Did he have boots first, or?
Let's get it on.
No, he did get the hatchet and shield first. It's just I don't think it's his most comfortable role.
Yeah, probably.
It was N and TRS on the Pharaoh offlane.
Probably not. It's very nice being able to control the camera and look where you want. And zoom out to God vision. Cool, so we're already seeing a tri-lane from bottom. Prisoner, Aluna, and Puppet. That's quite... I mean, Hellborn seems to know that something like this is happening, because they're already just setting up with a Drunken mid. I was going to say that the Zephyr, in a similar way to Drunken, both rely on a bit of a steamroll, and I think Drunken should have a better time mid against Zephyr, but Zephyr's obviously always...
it does a lot more damage than the Zephyr at early levels.
Yeah, and can contest the CS well, but Zephyr's got this more pull camp that he's already cutting trees to access. He'll always have that.
What I was saying earlier, like the first game against the Zephyr, it's a lot harder for the Pharaoh to contest the creeps. And if you can't contest the creeps, then Zephyr's just pretty much got a free lane. Like
I mean, Pharaoh's Q should really shit on Zeph. But on top of the creeps, while Zephyr's W is hitting you, you're getting a bit greedy and ballsy contesting for CS. Then you're walking off the creeps.
As well.
Yeah, I saw that. That shouldn't happen. But anyway, it was unlucky. So Toast wards. Yeah, I guess they're not exactly expecting these lanes. He wouldn't have warded if they knew that it's just going to be a prisoner.
Exactly right. And that should have been a red ward if he knew there was going to be
it should be a red ward, exactly. And you see Scrap and Magnus just waiting. Look at Madman and Monarch, also a bit scared. They're like, "Where's Legion?" But now they're showing. I think showed at least 2 of them bottom, so now they know. They're just going to pull the off lane. Prisoner and Luna already want to skirmish.
Did you manage to catch the trial lane that they ran the first or the second game? They tried to go for a first blood and they got turned on and just gave up first blood.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah,
Look how much damage Zephyr's putting on Drunken already. That's
It's,
quite
yeah, that's what
insane.
I'm
He's
saying.
even got his
Insane.
Q up. He might go for it. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Nah, he thought better of it. Drunken actually leveled his E there. I thought that maybe he was going to go for his Q and get some return damage under the tower. Still
I
wouldn't
think
have
it takes
even
a
been
bit
enough.
too much mana for
Definitely.
spells.
No, definitely the E's better.
Yeah.
It was just that in this, it's situational in that moment
100%.
that he might have. I mean, Zephyr's doing well. I'm actually almost surprised that he didn't go for that kill because, especially if you can gust like mid or not mid lunge, but straight afterwards or.
Yeah.
Lodestone's TPing. You see this all the way back to base. Didn't have enough
think that's
mana
just
for
a-
another rocket drill, so
Yeah, I think it was just the quickest way to get out of there. Didn't want to risk dying.
I didn't think that Zephyr would do so much damage to Drunken. I really thought that he would be able to hit him harder and more, but as he's stepping up to Zephyr, Zephyr's already got this protective talisman. In a weird
I think
state
it's just the sustain of the lane coming into play. Like they
Yeah,
do the
but
same amount of
Drunken's
damage.
the
quickly.
Drunken's trading with him,
Yeah.
but Zephyr's Cyclones are just hurting him the whole time. And he's then getting the Monarch's invis. They're not gonna. Oh, Scrap's also coming.
Oh,
Is he gonna toss him back?
yep,
Oh,
yep.
and the rat?
One more W.
No.
Hit. Nice.
Oh, Prisoner hits the hook. Oh, great,
Krigiko.
great foresight from Krigiko. Sort of setting up, noticing that like Scrap's missing, Monarch's missing. Better just sit mid for something, and getting the turn on Drunken as opposed to. Oh, he gets the
Another
Scrap
hook.
too.
Oh, if he had mana for his W there, that would have been a dead scrap.
You think so?
I think it would have been a dead
Okay.
scrap for sure.
Oh,
He would have taken like 2 more hits from the tower.
Oh, Magnus getting.
Bot lane. Didn't jump on. I think it should
Yeah.
be okay here with the W.
Prisoner's
The hook
out
from
of sight.
Frizz.
Yes. And does he have the stun Magnus? Oh no! That auto attack from Max wasn't even disjointed from the stun. Ah, that was unlucky. That was
Maybe if
close.
it was a level 2 stun, it would have disjointed. I feel like maybe it would have just saved him, but the prisoner's in the right place at the right time.
Interesting that they're not like prioritizing apples. You know, like this Lodestone has, like Puppet has. I think Prisoner had an apple. I can't remember. Prisoner's already triple stacked this medium and hard camp. Jeez, but he doesn't have a Zamos or.
He's
Great
trying to
luck
camp
with
bot
it.
room.
Drunken's
There's
finding
a
the
Drunken
prisoner.
here. He's got the chapel.
Get off, dude. That's my rune. He's gonna hit him. He's gonna bully him.
Trying to block him for the Luna come in, but
Yeah,
not enough
this
damage
Drunken's
coming out.
already doing a lot of damage. Poor Prisoner just with Striders. But being a pain like that, boxing him out and just forcing him to go on him and everything while Zephyr's hitting
Yeah.
creeps, I mean, it all counts, you know? It's like,
100%, he's got a free lane.
yeah,
A
it's
little
just
bit.
about creating space, creating windows, like being a distraction and a pain. This Magnus...
Surprisingly,
Yeah, sorry.
the Drunken Master's doing a bit better than, in terms of JPM, than the Zephyr, but Zephyr's just gonna go farm these stacks and
What
become
the hell?
huge.
I didn't notice that. Every time I looked over, he seemed to be not doing as well as the Zephyr. But I guess I wasn't paying attention to the CS as well.
Oh,
Zephyr's
okay.
got-
It was inflated by the bloodlust that Drunken Master got.
Oh, of course, yeah. Oh, he actually got the kill as well. Though
Yeah,
I just lagged. I only saw the boomerang going out and saw Scrap was level 1. So I thought, oh shit, are they even going to get it? Yeah, I was going to say this Magnus is like, I don't know if this was intentional, but it's such a hard counter. The Prisoner W, I mean, he can't stun, he can steambot, but they'll see him.
Yeah.
And both of Puppet's Q, Magnus can't even stun.
Oh, hook
which
mid,
is-
hook mid.
Oh,
Shackle coming out. There's a
nice.
big
Yeah,
Zephyr.
the Zephyr
He
out.
killed the Shackle and got
Drunken
out.
is just so fast. He's
If
even manning up.
Drunken
A
was-
Yeah,
Level
Madman
6,
was
he would have
double
gotten that
damage.
kill.
Yeah, true, because Zephyr was even getting hit by the tower. By the way, Zephyr has this talisman and the life tube. Does he disassemble this and turn it into Lodestone sitting on the rune top?
I think
Just
you
quickly
can just buy
interrupting
both,
myself.
to be honest.
Really?
King rune, you got the haste rune.
Oh, nice. Then I looked bottom to see Prisoner contesting with Scrap. Both teams prioritizing rune control, and I mean taking it away from Mate's Madman while he has a bottle. That's a big deal, and he's got haste, so he's even way faster back to base. Puppet Master ulting Magnus bottom, so much burst, insane burst. I mean, the ulti into W into Q, he's just securing it all, and if instantly his first charge on Madfrids.
Especially with the Luna sniping. If he can snipe both the ulti and the hero at the same time as well,
Yeah.
Double the damage.
He can also stun. He can also stun.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, Drunken's finding Zephyr in the jungle. That's pretty good heads up. It's pretty good heads up. I mean, there's only somewhere he can be, and Zephyr really, when Drunken's missing, they're going on Prisoner mid, but Magnus was invis or smoked or something. Oh, and Drunken's even going from behind. Puppet ports in to try and help. Bad mistake. He's even getting taken out.
Yep.
Huge.
Greedy
I mean,
TP.
very greedy. I mean, maybe he's kind of just want a bit of action to get some early charges, or like, you know, this momentum's bad with them in our jungle, but with Drunken just killing Zephyr and the two, Luna's also getting gone on by Magnus Scrap. This combo Magnus Scrap is very strong. Straight up line
damage.
stun, yeah, into just the rat and Rang. Someone was saying you gotta say the ability names. So I gotta say Magnus Lava Surge. And what's this? Mousetrap. Zoomerang.
Zoomerang.
Yeah. And they're finding Magnus and Scrap trying to take creeps. They're both... yeah, Puppet's gonna get another charge on this Scrap. Interestingly, Prisoner's Hook took half of that stack. But the Magnus gets a... Yeah, he gets half the camp and they get the Scrap.
Magnus runs
to be
away.
honest, like, even though they get that kill, Scrap is, well, Scrap's not doing so badly, but him and Magnus are 200 GPM, he's level 5, and the Legion have rotated 4 people to get half of a triple medium, and just to get the rat. It's just not worth it. Yeah. And that's also that sort of like double-edged sword. Oh, Zephyr's even ulting this stack. You see that Entier's actually warded it, and now he's
coming over for
Scrap smoke. Oh, are you gonna stun her, Luna? Okay. Magnus coming in from the side. Oh, just missed. And Drunken gets ulted by Puppet, and gets melted because the stun goes through him and the Puppet. They rev ward for the Magnus as a stun up in 1 second. It tries to juke but gets killed by the second. Scrap taking the Vagabond in the meantime. He's like, I'm just gonna get my little morsels. Give me something.
That was our heads up play on Puppet to carry the rev ward.
Yeah, well, I mean, and Scrap's gonna go down too. Good job from Legion for assessing the situation well, realizing like, look, we cannot let them have this momentum and control in our jungle. Yeah. Also, I mean, morale is something. They're going on mid. Yeah, Drunken on Zeph with his helm, but no boots.
One more auto attack for the.
Yeah, Monarch is not doing much damage at all.
He's manning up.
Monarch. Unfortunately, he needed to W first because the ulti does not take off the Puppet show.
Yeah, that's right.
No, wait, what was on him? Anyway, he didn't disjoint, he didn't dispel something, and then through the W, then the Puppet Q was on him, which the ulti I think does dispel. Anyway, Puppet's hasted, going bottom, just alone, hitting that Magnus. He hits hard. And I like this, I have 5 charges on Madfrids. Yeah. Huge, actually.
But that was slightly greedy.
Lodestone denies top. Oh, Madman's so greedy, going for the creeps. That might have actually been a kill if he hit the barrel.
Oh, bot lane?
Maybe not.
Magnus, maybe?
Oh, what's happening?
Never mind. There's a bot coming down bot. Prisoner's here level 6.
Yeah, I was gonna
He's ready
say
to fight.
I really like Madfritz on Puppet, and it's kind of weird because he's an intel hero. He doesn't benefit from the 6-0. Puppet W's the Magnus. Oh, Prisoner ulti.
Big ulti.
Yeah, Prisoner ulti is hitting the Puppet and the heroes.
Yeah. Double the damage.
Yeah, it's like, what's even happening? What's the interaction there? But yeah, that he melted. I'm amazed that Scrap just magically walked away from that. It was as if the Legion just expected only to get. There's 4 people now running after the rat.
Yeah.
Lodestone's in position, can catch him. They don't want to die. Scrap doesn't even have boots yet. Look at the. What? Is he just walking up like this? Well,
He's not scared.
The rat's
Not defending tower either. Madman's just having the time of his life top lane. He's just chilling.
Yeah, maybe we should take a moment to actually check the sort of GPM standings and stuff. Legion's in the lead with about 1.5k, and Puppet's actually ahead of Madman, which is interesting. Madman should be ahead, given that he got a bottle. He's had the Lodestone takes the rune from him again. Right in front of his face. Mate must be getting quite
very annoying to be a madman.
And it's a point that I was going to make just a bit earlier about morale and like momentum and just mindset. That gets to you, even if it's like not the biggest deal, the mind set and the sort of psychological play affects you. Like fucking guy he's just being a bastard. He's taken my rune twice.
It's annoying. It's definitely really annoying.
Which would help you with your farm, and you have to like just, in fact, even remind yourself like, stay calm. It's okay. It's not a big deal. But actually, it is hurting your farm, and you want to perform well. Like you want to take your momentum far.
And then sometimes it turns into like anger, where you're like, yeah, this guy just took my rune. We're gonna go kill him now. But you overextend.
Exactly.
Like they are now here, though. They're trying to kill him now.
I'm sure they'll get him this time. They pick up both Scrap and Magnus bottom, and the Zephyr's TPing in to help them not kill the Lodestone. Oof, Legion's doing well. I mean, I didn't actually see the play bottom. Looks like Prisoner might have ultied both. Puppet didn't even need to use his, but he's got full Elder Parasite, 1700 gold in the bank. Maybe we'll see a Shroud. Hopefully we see a PK.
This has been quite common in like these games where like there'll be 2 different fights happening at the same time, and I feel like it's just like someone in Discord saying, yeah, go in, but then they're like not talking to a certain player, if you know what I mean, and then like they're fighting anyway.
And you're just like, I went in, dude. It's like, obviously not you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that because I just want to go in. So if someone says, like, my favorite thing to hear in HoN ever is like, can we turn?
Yeah. Go in.
Can we turn this? I'm like, yes, doesn't matter. Okay, Puppet finds Drunken, W's him, TP, last hit on the tower, smacked down, 4 inches.
He's got another
He really should have denied the tower while he had the moment. Now they're going into jungle to only double stacks. Luckily for Hellborn, and lucky that Madman recently went.
I think he just finished Cleaver.
He did.
He's got it on the way.
Cleaver, yeah.
He's about to run into the prisoner. There's 3 here.
550.
Dust coming out.
Good dodge. Such a good hook attempt and such a good dodge. And the fact that he forced Madman out of position to dodge it means that Zephyr got the gust off. Sorry, I just need to turn HoN down a tiny bit.
That was huge.
Yeah, that was
Greg
actually
playing really well.
Greg is playing awesome.
Trying to put out, but
is he even gonna? No. Okay, good.
No, he's not gonna.
Just give them a little something. They just need a little something. Their spirits. Yeah, that was huge, and I mean, he even had the dust that he took a split second too long to pop because actually, if he got it earlier, he would have been able to W the Madman. You probably can't barrel roll if you have that shackle on.
No, you can't. No.
I was looking at the abilities, and it's the
works
old
so well
ball and
the Drunken Master as well.
Yeah, his prisoner's Q is called the old ball and chain, and the W is called shackled. But the W should be the old ball and chain because it's like old school prisoner, you know. when they're lugging around the thing. on
Yeah,
their
no, I
foot.
get you. I get you. It's a odd name. The whole ball and chain.
Some of the titles and lore and wording of everything is just hilarious in HoN, and like just how many references. Okay, there's 3 smoked bottom.
Yeah.
Prisoner
big
just
ulti
instantly pops
coming
his
out.
ulti. That was a good decision. Forces all 3 of them to disengage. Oh,
He's falling before he can use the spell.
yeah, three smokes result in Prisoner's very quick reactions of just instantly ulting. Two appear out of nowhere, and he just like, I'm gonna ulti. And of course they can't. They don't have time to burst him. They need. Okay, Puppet finishes his full shrunken head. This is looking dire for the Piston primate.
But this is what it was looking like last game as well, until they put their
Yeah,
foot on their
but
gas.
Puppet's a little bit different from Magebane. Magebane didn't even get a cleaver or
No,
Thunderclaw
this is
or
true.
Mark.
Yeah, he didn't get a farming item. And the
And
flux
even if he did,
went from grief items, if I'm gonna be honest.
Flux with Shieldbreaker. Honestly, I love the Outbones Insan.
No,
Flux.
I like the elk bones. I don't mind the shield break. I didn't mind the shield breaker, but
Shieldbreaker's weird. It should be
the Frost of
Skull.
Frost of Skull is just too good against the Madman.
Yeah, he didn't get it, did he?
No, he didn't get it at all.
And I mean, yeah. Anyway, I shouldn't say it's stupid. It's just it's a preference thing too, and a comfort thing.
I mean, I don't hate the shield breaker. I just
I mean,
the-
to be fair, we're talking about Magebane lacking. There's posturing bottom. Yeah, we were talking about Magebane lacking in damage potential, so they need someone to do it, you know? And Flux with the Insan, and they also had the Prophet. So like with a Prophet
exactly.
buff, with an ulti maybe, you know, and Flux just hits
I see the
very
vision.
hard.
But,
Yeah.
Zephyr's snaking up.
Yeah, maybe it was
Zephyr's
a
got
risk.
too much good farmers on the Legion side.
Kill them all!
Those stones just finding this lone Monarch for the first time, like, you won't get this wood. And they take him out. What toast?
This Lodestone coming from Topper in like the half of this game is just either gotten him a kill or just gotten him someone getting really upset.
You're gonna find Scrap bottom too.
I feel like that's
like
an odd place for Scrap to be.
Yeah, I know he was sandwiched from the side, so he was like running through the tower to dodge them. Drunken's now looking alone. Like Hellborn's struggling to. Oh, well played with the illusion.
Good jump, the illusion. I was gonna say I didn't like that he popped the illusions like straight off the bat, but it ended up working there.
Yeah, he pulled a bit of a puppet play where he pops the illusion and then runs himself with one of the illusions. People are typically not the best at microing on, and so that's always a bit of a mindfuck.
I was hoping him to combo someone with the illusion room.
Yeah.
Like
yes, that's true. That's actually quite a nice utility of having illusions. I've always found it weird that people don't pick up those weird like items that do damage from an angle, from whichever angle you're in. You know, like Frost Field or Odex, Arcane Bomb, I don't know. Things like that where you can actually proc your ulti without even...
I like the Cleaver, that you can proc it with Cleaver a bit.
Oh yeah, Hypercrown too. You should try it with a Hypercrown like in a mid-wars. You just hear ding 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 because it's just bouncing on everyone. You cast it on yourself and your tanky, and you're just weirdly ultiing everyone from distance. It's...
Now Puppet's smoked, looking for rune. He's got a double damage rune. I think he's looking for...
shit. Yeah,
pick up on his Shrunken. He's got a Shrunken
with start and 16 as well. Zephyr's...
Yeah, that's a dead Drunken. Oh, the misses!
Wow, what the hell? I think that prisoner's trying to send a message with that ulti.
I saw this earlier against in the game earlier. Hammerstorm missed 5 times in a row, and the Drunken
that's
lost
why
all
he
20
got the
times.
Savage base.
Yeah, that's why he rushed Savage.
Yeah, I mean, I hate that, honestly. I feel like Of course, it's a sort of like negativity bias or a personal, like heuristic bias, but you will notice the misses, especially as an ulted Hammerstorm. Puppets looking bottom. Oh, the nice heads up with the dust. Finding Magnus hiding in the trees. Magnus, didn't Magnus have his PK? He's sitting on 2-1-3-2.
I don't think he bought it before he died.
They're trying to line up with the Pops Drunken just in time. Ulti's Drunken Master, but that's a lot of damage coming from Madman. Melting through the Shrunken and everything. They're going to take out Prisoner too.
Shrunken as well.
Who bought a Manitou, by the way? There's no one to Gatespire. And Zephyr... kind of the weird thing about Zephyr is like he's just such a pain. He's such a big... trained tank kind of hero, but if your teammates are dead, you kind of just like fat and slow. Your ulti people are painful to take out, but there's actually not much you can do alone. You know, as opposed to let's say someone like a pup who can melt. Sorry, say that again.
I do like the staff pickup on the Zephyr.
Definitely.
So
I don't know.
Against Madman.
I don't know if he'll plan on upgrading it at any point. I think the prisoner staff is like criminally underrated, to be honest, because you don't.
I do like it, but I also like the Puppet Master stuff.
It's the ulti that gets buffed a lot, right? Yeah, quite a lot.
It goes back to the normal, to the old Puppet Master.
Yeah, but I mean, like, dude, on prisoner, it's a ranged ult. It instantly shackles. It's perfect for the Madman. Oh no. Monarch's ulti will take it off. Monarch's ulti
It'll only take off the shackle part.
So. Oh, okay. So he'll still like get stunned, guaranteed. Through
not guaranteed.
Head.
He can then use his W to dodge it.
Yeah, he can barrel roll disjointed. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
but between that and Puppet, he's like good luck.
Yeah.
Lodestone, Luna. I mean, Legion team is still looking just so scary, and I haven't seen that much like coordinated, sort of decisive strategy from Hellborn. You see like these plays here and there. Legion even gets super confident and just like sort of runs down bottom. And Puppet's Drunken. Zephyr's not in position. Puppet's Drunken is not enough to save him. He gets a firebrand actually. And and Madman goes whispering. We're gonna probably see Congo finally. No, we're not.
Maybe after this mid tower.
Magnus finally has his PK. Good. Hide, Magnus. Please, get your ulti. Oh, and finally they get mid tower. That's quite needed. It's like a much needed...
There's a lot of space created with the mid tower.
Yeah, exactly. That mid tower, it's just, you can feel it when it's down. Vorax and...
Looks like Drunken's
Vorax and his pet Scrap. Is pushing bottom with...
Almost got
Drunken's going Mock. Did you see that?
Yes, I'm interested. Bloodstone. Jumping in.
Yeah, you can cast this in, bro. Bloodstone ulti hit both Scrap and Drunken, but unfortunately no one else is in position yet. Scrap, I'm sure, will get taken out. Boom, boom, boom. Congratulations!
I'm not a big fan of that.
It's quite funny, but yeah, a lot of the announcers and taunts are super obnoxious.
Look at this Madman just YOLOing in with the haste strings.
I saw that. Oh, he's got haste. That's why I was like, dude, that's a bit brave. Just so I'm like going and hitting the tower YOLO. The Legion's actually in this sort of position where they're running around like 3 to 4 to 5 even. Kind of looking for kills, as if they're on a timer. Did Puppet pick up Energizer after Elder and Shrunken and Madfruits?
I think he's just trying to run away from that Drunken Master. He's on his ass. He's the only one that can actually hurt him when he's Shrunken headed.
Madman.
So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think you're right.
Drunken.
Yes, I'm saying Madman can hurt him.
Oh yeah, but yeah, fair enough.
And Drunken doesn't finish barrier. I mean, Legion almost has no magic damage between Lodestone, Luna, and Zeph.
Yeah.
I guess he gets shamans because, well, it just synergizes super well with the hero. 10% debuff and 10% stun. Can I open this? Yes. And
I think the marker's much more needed right now, so you can get back into the game a bit easier.
Yeah, I do really like Barrier a lot. It's just like,
Me too,
how much is it actually? 300 or it's 400. I mean, you know, if Zephyr ultis 3 people and Drunken, who is in the front line, gets to barrier those 3 people, and a Luna hits him with a power throw, or you know, the Lodestone ult hits, you're basically giving 3 of your teammates 400 more health. It's a lot. Okay, Lodestone finds Monarch. That's a bit brave. Because no one else is in position. Yeah, Magnus is patiently waiting. Magnus might do well. Oh, they're just taking this small window that they've got to... Prisoner hits a huge hook. Almost. Monarch ultis takes them. Zephyr's ultis just hurting them so much. Madman at least mans up cleverly and confidently to take out Prisoner, but that's all. And now with Shrunken down, they have time to just pound on this tower. That hook was huge. Was that a Jade Spire hook? It was. Oh, that hook hit the Magnus, who was invis still, I believe, and who hasn't been able to ulti yet. Vorax takes out.
I feel like Drunken should be a lot more.
Yeah, he should be manning up more. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, and they just seriously underestimated the potential damage. Oh, the power throw takes him out. Oh, he should have been looking out for that. Madman buys back. He's deciding whether it should be Zephyr or Luna. Zephyr's the better option, obviously. He wanted both, I'm sure.
This is a long chase.
Yay, Magnus!
Yeah.
Yay. I'm helping. So I like the Cyclone on Scrap. I didn't actually see if he got a good interaction with it last fight. Jeez, I mean, Drunken, like you said, I also feel that he probably should have been manning up sooner. I didn't. Maybe he was collapsed on beforehand, or I wasn't very aware of everyone's positioning. It would have been ideal.
Yeah, he waited up. They took a bit too much tower damage before he actually wanted to initiate.
Exactly, and it's also always like a good thing to be able to very quickly make decisions like that. Like, you know, we've got this tiny window where they weren't expecting us to be here. We're just gonna like pound in the tower. Hellborn uses the fortification when it's on 60%, and then Prisoner hits the hook because Hellborn's like, shit, get in position. You know, it's like this. It's surprise factor that helped them so much that fight.
Chaos. Yeah.
Madman's buyback only resulted in the Zephyr kill. Like, they were already backing out.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if he knew that. I don't think he would have bought back. But he gets to farm afterwards too and gain some momentum back in his favor. So
there's a Geo picked up on the top master.
What did you think about that?
I like it in a sense. It's probably to help keep the
They're
struggling. Master off him.
They're struggling to commit to Kong. You see this? The Legion are actually like a little bit nervous. They don't want to throw now. Why is that? What's your opinion on Geos over Invis? Like, they don't have any Invis. Why Hellborn's not
I think
revving
just
and dusting and stuff?
Drunken off him.
And PK? Yeah, but
he can cancel all of Drunken's abilities with just one Geo man. Like, as soon as he sees him like lunge, just Geos and you can ulti and just kill him. Yeah. Like you'll see it happen soon. Very soon.
Does Geos no longer dispel buffs? I don't think so, right? So it won't take off Energizer, or does it no longer dispel buffs?
No, like it still does. It still does.
Are you sure? So if he elders and energizes and Geos,
it's off. Yeah, he takes it off.
I think that they changed that. I'll try and look for that. I think that they changed it. I haven't played much in the last.
No, it's only for the Swift Spin that they changed it.
Oh yes, okay, yeah, I noticed that, and that's why I thought that. Okay, they're posturing mid again, and Hellborn is not ready for this. They don't have fortification. They're TPing in. Puppets just straight up elders. Okay, scared a bit, a little bit scared. Prisoner, okay, it's not going the same way as last time. Magnus is actually gonna get the ulti off. Is he gonna stun? Okay, he gets the late stun off. It's huge. Madman's pounding in. They are slaughtering the Legion. Puppet makes the right call and bails. Hasn't even ulted yet. Or tries to... is kind of forced to... Oh! That's a lot of damage coming out from Hellborn. Do you think Legion's on as much of a timer as they're playing? As if they, like, need to take racks now. They've lost their advantage. It's literally 1,000 gold and 1,000 experience. 60...
But I
Yeah,
don't see it getting any better for them, to be honest. Zephyr's on a... Zephyr's like their carry here at the moment, but he's on a timer as well.
Puppet is the carry. Zephyr is second.
He's like their +2, but eventually
Actually,
he's not going to be as much.
I didn't even notice this. The tower bottom is so low. Puppet
Yeah.
doesn't even have a buyback. Zephyr does.
That's the power of the scrap.
Zephyr buys back with only 18 seconds left.
But he's
Ooh, two hooks. Monarch and Drunken. Monarch, no ulti. On tablet. Hellborn are bailing. Magnus. Oh, yes. Mana stun out, mana battery tablet, and PK. Nice. That mana battery from the very first 2 minutes of the game just saved them with a nice tablet.
I think Drunken's just doing too much work at the moment, which is why
Drunken
the
is being impressive.
Puppet tried to go for the Geos, but it's not ideal.
I mean, Armor of Mad Mage. Zephyr has Demonic, but Puppet has 13 armor. 13.
I'm
I guess
not a big fan of the Geos.
If Zephyr hits him with the plated greaves, plated still gives 10% base damage. Why don't people get this item more? Insane. The Lodestone's invis. They want a pick off on Madman, and I agree.
So
if he sees
this
this
is
Madman and
power of
he
scrap.
smells him, he's sniffing around there. Come on.
Look at this scrap. This is what the scrap's been doing all tournament. Just
Yeah.
ignore team, go bot, go somewhere.
Yeah.
No one
Yeah,
else is,
team.
and just push.
Rat gaming.
If there's no one responding to him, it's the responding to the Vorax pushing them.
Yeah, exactly. It honestly sometimes feels like it's Vorax and his ulti Scrap, but Scrap now with Cyclone and his skill set, in fights, that Rat and Boomerang can actually be impactful even into the late game because the cooldown on the Rat is only 12 seconds. So that's quite long. But if he catches his Boomerang, it's 6 seconds or something.
Yeah, it's really low cooldown.
Yeah, and the damage is negligible late, but the slow, the utility from the slow is not.
I just feel like the hero pays off late game with items, and the
Through
items
scrap.
has gotten really good.
Yeah,
the
it's
scrap.
true. It's kind of like that's almost his design.
Ooh, the
It's just
PK on Magnus.
slowly- What?
He dodged the abilities on Lodestone and thing, but he
really?
he PK'd into them, but he still dodged it. Oh, that was
But
awkward.
PK'd into the creep wave?
No, he tried to run away from the puppet and PK'd into the Lodestone, but then he dodged the stun.
Oh, nice. Damn, I missed that. Hopefully the
Drunken's
constant.
coming in here with
double
double
damage. Yeah, he's starting the slow stun. Hit him! If you queued him there, it would have chased him all the way.
Yeah, but it might have also stunned him because the Lodestone stuns
Yes. Yeah,
stupid.
true. He's doing the ring around the Rosie mid,
Yeah.
and then he might just get left behind. And sometimes, to be honest, that can leave you with your pants down because you're
Yeah.
you want to.
Didn't plan to go all the way over here.
Yeah, exactly. All of a sudden you've leapt.
You're a PK range away.
Yeah. There's some hilarious interactions with things like that. Never forget someone trolling with Pharaoh ulti and Pebbles toss. You toss someone to a Pharaoh who then ultis super far away and all of a sudden place someone 5,000 units or however.
Need control.
Drunken's still not finishing barrier. I've got to say, I would like to see him finish barrier. It's just that, it's that extra oomph. It's another 10% stun and debuff duration reduction. I guess that's just for the person with barrier.
I agree with you, but I think the item that he went instead is quite justified. The assault.
Yeah, Madman's only doing physical. Almost
It's not
all
like
their
he went a
damage
bad
is
item,
physical.
but
Nah,
yeah,
you're
I
right.
do agree the barrier's good.
And Scrap just got barrier, so
There it is, yeah.
that sorts that out. I mean, Scrap, Cyclone, barrier, Abyssal.
I do think
Why?
it's still better on the Drunken though.
Yeah, of course. But
Synergizes well more with his E.
Scrap's even just like being painful. You know, it's just painful.
Mm.
Now this bloody hero that should be not a big presence in a team fight is like tanky. He makes his teammates more tanky. He has his Cyclone even, the disjoint stuff. And a lifesteal for them, even more lifesteal for him and Drunken.
I'm just
So
gonna bring up the point now because we haven't really mentioned it, but this Aluna is almost
with
got
Sheep.
shape. He's
Yeah.
almost 400 GPM.
Dude, when I first asked you why Legion play Armor, and Luna's sitting there with his 2.7k item, and
Yeah.
I'm like, what? You're waiting for level 16 on all Prisoner, Luna, and Lodestone.
Oh, Magnus
True.
ulti.
Yeah, Magnus ulting. Oh, deciding against it. Probably wise. Scrap gets hooked. Scrap is perhaps not the one you want to use abilities on. Oh, Madman takes out Prisoner before his ulti goes off with his new wing bow. Puppet uses his heroes to try and just create some distraction, but goddamn that damage from Madman. Zephyr mans up on the Puppet though and does a ton of damage. Oh, the kiting from Puppet worked. Is he?
Zephyr saved him.
Oh, he got him. The brutalizer truck. Zephyr's. I can't even see his life. He takes him out. Whoever the hell he was on, Magnus. And now it's Drunken and Madman left with Zephyr. I mean, that's a big win for Hellborn. Their two big cores remained. They initiated on Scrap. It looks good. Magnus jumps in with his ulti going. Doesn't have a clear stun. You think like, okay, that's a whiffed initiation from them. I kind of do agree with using abilities. You kind of need to puppet show the Scrap because he can cyclone himself and stall for long enough that counterplay comes.
But I feel like the whiffed Magnus ulti gave them the confidence to go in on the Legion side.
Yeah.
And it gave them too much confidence.
Yeah. Well, Prisoner also hits the Scrap, so when the hook is hit, it's kind of like, you know, look, you're also kind of hoping that the Hellborn, like before, aren't fully in position yet, but Madman really was. And I didn't see if Magnus, because Magnus steam buffed and there was like a little bit of indecision from Legion. Kind of followed
Prisoner ulti doesn't really work on them, Madman.
Yeah, Prisoner ulti did not finish on the Madman.
Cannot escape justice.
If Zephyr had stopped him, it might have. They're gonna finish this Rax. You can finish it, Drunken. There you go, boy. There you go, boy. Brave
Who
boy.
is he scared of at this point?
The creep. The creep. The heroes he's fine with. Yeah, Legion is scrambling a bit now. Like, honestly, hindsight's 2020, and we have God vision, and we also know all the experience standings and all of this. I just, you know, when I commented on Legion fumbling a bit, going as 5, you know, looking in Hellborn jungle, and trying to push the matter. It seemed as though they were on a timer, and fell on the back foot.
But I feel like the momentum was lost for Legion in the mid lane when Zephyr decided to go for the life tube instead of boots, and he just like died twice in a row to Drunken. It
That's
just gave
also
Drunken
true.
so much time to snowball.
It's also true. I mean, Drunken picked up the mock after
Okay.
Shaman.
Yeah, look at the GPMs now. Drunken's so much bigger.
And it's also an 8k difference.
Yeah. But they just allowed Drunken back into the game, to be honest. He had no game before that. The team smoke coming up from Legion. I think
Sorry, I was a bit distracted. I have a baby crying.
You're
What were you saying? Oh, team
Legion
smoke.
team smoked, but look at their base. I think they just realized that.
Smoking for the creeps. And Scrap's just like sitting there smoke,
Yeah.
watching the creeps and the rags. Oh, like, it's an awkward thing. Puppet's W is obviously stronger than the Q because it's effectively a stun. But there is nothing that Scrap can do if Puppet Qs him. Nothing at all. He can cyclone himself and stall his own death for a moment.
Yeah,
But
it's just a
instead he
stall.
W's him, Scrap walks away. But Scrap should have died there. Obviously,
Yeah.
Legion don't know where help. They assume that they might be close. Scrap was, I don't know if you saw it, he's just smoked up the hill, staring at the melee racks.
I think the only like thing, the reason I'd give is the range difference. The W has a bit bigger range if you're struggling there, but I didn't see the interaction, to be honest.
It's 100 extra range, yeah, you're right.
That's the only reason I'd say like you'd use that first. But if there's no creeps, then there's quite useless.
What's the time there, by the way?
4 a.m.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
respect for
top lane.
being able to... Yeah, I'm seeing that. But Scrap is just ratting. He's top while his Vorax is bottom. He forces a Zephyr ulti out. Oh, Zephyr got Bola, by the way. They find Lodestone. Lodestone's got buybacks.
Yeah, everyone has to pull back because Vorax is going bottom. And
Yeah,
Vorax is gonna
exactly.
cause some damage. It's like Papa Master's smoked up twice just to run back and defend Vorax.
Yeah. Baby, you okay? Sure.
Now they're just taking Kongor on the Hellborn side. Taking Legion's Kongor. Luna goes for one snipe. They stop.
Congo's just like missing Drunken Master.
Yeah.
Like, Congo, dude, he's right there. Just hit him.
It was a
That
smart play,
sucks,
actually.
honestly.
Stop
I
hitting
hate
Kongor.
evasion as a mechanic. I hate it. I'm a
I
mechanic.
hate RNG involved in it.
Yeah, me too, dude. Like, remove RNG. Why the hell do you... Why? Okay, I won't get into it.
Yeah.
Some RNG is necessary, but why does Drunken Master, for instance, right now he's doing 261 to 268 damage? Why does that exist?
Yeah,
They're
I
seeing
understand.
Puppet mid. Oh, Drunken's pop. They'll take prisoner. Magnus. Drunken's hunting this Puppet. Luna has a sheep stick. Who did he use it on? I didn't see. Looking dire for Legion.
Yeah, the
Puppet
Puppet
doesn't have
Master
buyback.
Try to Geo Bane and use the
Oh,
illusion to
GG.
run away.
Oh. That was honestly really well done by Hellborn. They just like last game, they really kept their composure and patiently sort of didn't lose their cool despite being on the back foot.